It's my pleasure to now introduce a young lady. She's a genuine American spirit and was a moving force in turning Arkansas from blue to red in 2009. She never broke a sweat doing it. We call her everybody's grandma, Diane Silverman. Diane couldn't make it today. Oh, there she is.
Okay, you're picking on me again. I'm keeping track. That's about the 357th time. I'll get you. I'll get you. Good morning, everybody. What a gorgeous crowd you are. Waving your flags and smiling. It's just fantastic to be up here looking out at you. I know that a lot of you drove many hours to get here, and probably a lot of you had trouble finding a parking space, but you made it. And here we are in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. Okay. I'm getting a lesson on how to do this. Thank you. Before we get to the message that I want to share with you, I want to acknowledge Tom Wilkins and Susan Wilkins and the 5-Star Band. They're fantastic. God bless them. They're performing to honor you as well as President Trump. You know probably that Tom Wilkins has been awarded the Entertainer of the Year award many, many times, and we vote him the Entertainer of the Year every year, all the time. Thanks also to Joyce and Jim Sheeler for bringing us the opportunity to hold this event and for their support in so many ways in making this a memorable day. You will definitely enjoy hearing from the very popular Jan Morgan a little bit later. She's been honored by President Trump for her support of his candidacy and presidency on her Fox Network TV show. So before we go on, let's give a hearty round of applause to show our appreciation from everyone, all of the people that came today. We appreciate you. We love you. A lot of you have already signed the poster over there, and if you haven't, we'd like to ask you to get a chance to do that, because we're planning on having it photographed and framed and be sent to the White House. So it should have your name on it because you're here today. There also will be contact cards at the table that you can complete a little bit later when the wind stops blowing, so that we can get in touch with you during the year for other events that we plan to put on. There is a word that I want to introduce to you. Maybe you already know it, maybe you don't, maybe you'll add it to your vocabulary as a way of greeting people you'll meet today. The word is manataka. Repeat after me, manataka. And once more, say it to the people around you. Manataka. It's fun to say, isn't it? It's fun to say. And it sort of wakes up the loving American spirit that resides in our soul. Manataka. The main significance of the word manataka, as it relates to the American Spirit Rally, is that it expresses the purpose and intended results of why we are here today. Because I don't think it's by accident that we are gathered in this sacred area that was known by America's first inhabitants, the American Indians, who called this place Manataka, which means the place of peace, and the unbroken circle, which signifies indivisible unity. We are already united by God. Isn't it time that we acted that way?
Yes!
Manataka is the ancient name for the sacred mountain in this area. For thousands of years, this magnificent site was the gathering place of many Native American tribes who, regardless of their differences of language, ideals, or customs, came here in peace. Even tribes who were hostile to each other acknowledged a truce while they were in this area. The tribal leaders prayed and made peace offerings to the Creator and to each other. They danced and sang around huge campfires in the narrow valleys situated between the Manataka Mountain and her two sister mountains, which today are called North Mountain and Indian Mountain, standing strong to the east. Manataka was truly the place for peace. I have to hold this up. For 30 to 40 or so tribes of the native peoples who came to trade and congregate here. It was a great melting pot of the American culture. This area was neutral territory, unclaimed by any tribe. According to history, the Great Spirit decreed that all who visited here were to lay down their weapons and bathe as brothers in the healing waters that today still flow through our bathhouses and springs. So don't take off your clothes. I don't mean if you... Please. In 1921, this park and forest were turned over to the newly created National Park System and became the second national park after Yellowstone. Today we are known, of course, as Hot Springs National Park. It is a Thank you. It is a tribute to peace and to our president that I gave you those tidbits of history of the place where we're standing. Because the purpose of the American Spirit Rally is to unify ourselves with all our differences of religion, race, gender, age, and political affiliation as one people under one great spirit that we call God, in this one remarkable country under one flag, and with one president for the good of all peoples, and that we do so by choice, not by force.
Yeah.
By choice, we can decide to concentrate on what unites us as a people, or we can decide to continue pulling our nation apart. The reason why each of us makes a difference is that the choices each of us make have consequences. Today can be the day we decide to make the really huge choice to be healers of our nation by taking a stand for unity with President Trump and his administration, and by giving peace a chance. Because peace, if it happens, will have to start somewhere, right?
Right.
So why not here with you and me in this ancient place formerly called Manataka, the place of peace? I think that makes perfectly good sense. Do you? Let's give thanks that our 45th President, Donald J. Trump, has pledged his love for us and our country. I can't recall any other president before him ever promising that he will fight for us with every breath of his body and that he will never ever let us down. Wow! What more than that can anyone ask for in a president? Yet many Americans are resisting making their pledge to support him and his administration, and we'll never convince them to change their minds by directly opposing them. I'm going to stop for a second and ask you, how many of you saw on Fox News today that Trump called out Obama on...
Yes!
For the first time that we know of, he announced that before he was inaugurated, or maybe before the election, in October, before the election, Obama had the Trump Towers wiretapped.
Yeah.
And they knew all the conversations that were going on.
Watergate 2.
What?
Watergate 2.
Watergate 2. This may be the biggest political drama ever. So I didn't hear about it until I got here, but I mean, I prayed for a miracle this morning, and I think that's one, don't you? That's how powerful we are. When we get together, miracles happen. The miracle of unity and peace. This is difficult. The miracle of unity and peace we long for will happen when enough of us make the choice to boldly start the peace process in our own lives. Not that we know how to do that, only that when our desire becomes a commitment to work for the day when the tribes we call Republican, Democrat, and Independent, in spite of their differences, decide that unity and peace are the prize we all want. Just like the ancient tribes made the choice for peace, so can we. There's more. A little bit, not much. I never had so much trouble, but you'll bear with me. I repeat to you an age-old question, standing here in this place of peace. If now is not the time to unify behind our president and support him in making America great again, then when is the right time? See if we can keep the Manataka spirit going today as we greet one another with Manataka, my friend. My friend. And carry that original American spirit with us wherever we go from here. Let peace become our fervent prayer. And who knows? I'll wait for the interruption, thank you. And who knows? Where am I? Lost my place. And we may be able to look back on this day as the one in which we made the all-important choice to hold the space of peace, so it could grow from our hearts and minds into the next big movement in this country, which, like the Trump campaign and victory, grew from our unified hearts and minds. Trump winning the presidency seems like a miracle, or at least it did when it happened. However, if you think about it, it happened because a tribe of ordinary people like you and me chose to put our faith in Donald Trump. And it became a movement so strong it created the miracle. Well, we the people all over this nation made that difference, and we can do it again if we choose to.
Yes.
Amen.
I wonder what would happen if we started a Remember Manataka campaign on Facebook. Just a thought, unless of course it grows from here. We'll see. May all the people of this nation embrace our president and his vision for America, and may his successes satisfy his expectations and ours. All my love to you guys. I am so thrilled that you're here. Manataka, everyone.